So I got a video to play here, which actually is very, very interesting.
Yes.
And I want you guys to see the stark contrast between the two women that are pictured in the video. Let's go ahead and roll this clip. This came across my timeline here. So play from the beginning. So this guy talks about the differences between a Western woman and a more traditional woman. Let's go ahead and roll the clip. Make sure to unmute it and play from the beginning.
Look at the difference between these two women.
And
For better,
For better,
for worse,
for worse,
for richer,
for richer,
for poorer.
for poorer.
We hit that snag about 20 times in counseling. Real made it very clear to Jonathan, you cannot be broke in sickness
In sickness
and in health.
and in health.
To love,
To love,
cherish,
cherish,
and to obey.
We didn't talk about that one in counseling.
We did talk about that in counseling. Yes, we did.
Wow. Terrible.
So you want me to repeat that again? You want to just keep going?
I think we can keep going.
All right.
I'll forever submit to you, Miles. I'll forever respect you, Miles. I'll forever honor you, Miles, as the head of our home. In heaven, they hear. On earth, I declare and decree, I shall be a submissive wife unto you.
I don't know about you, but I know which one I'm willing to give my life for. Now look at the difference between these two women.
He wearing a
better?
do-rag.
For better.
All right.
It's very telling.
So this is what it is, man. I'm just gonna be very blunt about this. The American girl is the worst thing you can ever deal with. Like the fact that she doesn't. I don't know if you guys noticed when he said for richer or poorer, she made a face when he said when he said that, and then to obey. Any good relationship between a man and a woman, the woman must obey her man. Period. Like there's a defined leader and there's a defined follower. If the woman is a leader, she's gonna lead you to the end of that goddamn relationship.
Yep.
Women can't. And the reason for that is because they are. I'll give you a chance to rebut what I'm going to say here. Sure, don't worry. Women are emotional creatures, which means their feelings dictate how they move and how they make their decisions. Feelings change all the time. Okay, men can be emotional as well, but men have a better ability to control their emotions and make deductive, problem-solving decisions. Okay, this is why the world was built by men and not by women. So my thing is, if you got a girl that has the gall to disrespect you like that in front of all of your family and friends on the most important day where you're taking your vows and she's not going to obey you, well, that's a tenet of being a part of a marriage. A woman must follow her man and obey her man. Whether you look at Islam, Christianity, Judaism, every single culture that's existed through the period of time, the man leads and the woman follows. That's how society is built. It's not built by women, it's built by men. So if a girl can't follow your lead, that woman isn't worthy of being in a relationship. And the other thing, too, I want to say is that the woman should always like the guy more than he likes her. Why do I say this? Because women get bored of relationships way faster than men. Women have more options than men. So for a girl to truly stay submissive and interested in her man, she's got to like him more than he likes her, since women are far more likely to end relationships.
Yeah.
So the guy has to be that dude, the breadwinner, the leader, the dominant, and the woman follow him and like him more than he likes her.
And big
Yeah. Also, real quick,
That's a component.
so she made that joke in front of all those people, right? That's a one-time joke. However, that behavior
it's not a one
transcends to everything. So
Yeah.
even though it was a joke in that instance, I guarantee you, outside of that courtroom or whatever, wherever they get married, she's made those jokes herself when they're by themselves. The problem is, if they're home alone with that type of like joke, like it can manifest into actual actions, and as a result, it won't work. But again, that joke is funny in the moment, but in reality speaking, she dissed him in public.
And here's the other thing too: she doesn't respect him.
That was
if a woman doesn't, if a
disrespectful.
woman,
You're
okay,
right.
so if a woman doesn't respect you, it's over.
Yeah.
I understand that. However, he knows she doesn't respect him.
He might
so
not know.
But that's
he
why
might
the
deal
relationship is
with
gonna
it.
fail.
You think
How
so?
often do you-
That's why
How
the
long do you think
relationship is
it's
gonna
gonna
fail.
last?
When women are with a man that they disrespect, they treat him like absolute shit.
Yeah.
She's angry, she's bitching, she's talking shit, blah blah blah. A woman must respect you, and the only way that a woman's gonna respect you is if she fears losing you. So I can tell you right there off looking at that situation, he probably either A, has money, or he's doing something for her where she's willing
Right.
to tolerate
And
him.
I
also
was just
that-
gonna say he's
that-
tolerating it.
that
There's
man-
men
No,
that
she's tolerating him.
Yo,
there's
by
men
the way,
that tolerate that
that
disrespect.
guy you
though.
see right there, he may not know. I'll tell you why. He may not have experience to understand what that really means. Because looking at it from I want to say outlook of like outside view, he's taking it as a joke. But to me, that's serious because if you're gonna make that joke in front of people like that in that whole auditorium, that's crazy to me. And that transcends to more bad behavior going along.
That's L. That woman doesn't deserve a husband. She doesn't deserve a relationship, in my opinion. She's disrespectful,
I
and
agree.
clearly she's doing it to fulfill. That's a problem. Western women want to get married, but they don't want to be wives. All right, somebody had something that they disagree with this or
how
something?
often do you both think about the Roman Empire after this conversation, actually?
What?
I see what you did there. He's trying to be funny.
Wait, press your button.
That had nothing to do with the conversation, but
Wait, can I say something? real quick?
It did.
I think there's men that tolerate disrespect, unfortunately, like him.
and that's a
'Cause
problem.
I would never, but like, if the man was to like object, obviously you would have been able to see it. Like, he would have been like, wait, chill. Like, but he didn't. So that, back to my point, he's going to tolerate whatever she, like, her terms. And there's men like that are,
That's a problem.
they're, what's the opposite of
They
alpha?
don't understand their value. They're pussies.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. There's men like that. And he's one of them.
Yeah.
That
I
was
don't
like,
think though it wasn't even about tolerating though. It was just about who's gonna do better, the foreign girl or the American girl. It's not about toleration.
but
it's
I'm saying,
the American
no,
girl's
the
not gonna
question
do as
was, how long is the, or which
Who's
relationship?
going to last longer?
Yeah,
Well, the foreign
and my
girl.
answer is the
No,
American
she
girl
was the
because the
better
guy
one.
is going to tolerate
But
it.
I think
I
there's a
don't know
thing.
because I think so then if we're talking about toleration, and I know before you were talking about
We should
how
say
the American
who's
girls-
going to have a better long-term relationship. that's
that's-
what I meant to say. A more fruitful
What I'm-
relationship, not just enduring the bullshit. But
more
sorry.
And what I'm
fruitful-
going off of on that though is if we bring it back to before when you were saying, so when we bring back like the toleration, so the American man tolerating the American girl, and then I think we brought up how the foreign girl like might give up the act a little bit sooner because whatever. So it's just like, but like if it's about toleration, do you really think though that like that foreign girl with how she was acting there, like you think she's gonna give up sooner? I feel like she's gonna take longer. Where the American man, like he's gonna give up sooner than her. So if it's about toleration, it's the foreign woman versus the American man. Who's gonna hold stronger? If we're talking about toleration at the end of the day, like I'm gonna say the American man's gonna give up sooner.
You shouldn't be
she's-
tolerating your
not
partner
even,
at
not
all.
even, hold on.
Toleration.
It's not even him. No, it's not even him giving up. She's going to break up with him.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
going to divorce him.
Yeah.
I
Women
agree with that,
initiate
but
like
for-
70% of the divorces, so like she's going to leave his ass because he's a bitch.
And
No,
if
I
she's
agree,
talking
I
like
agree.
that, if
He's
she's
not gonna
talking
deal
like
with
that
that
at
bullshit.
the
Yeah.
altar, I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, because I've called a numerous of men bitch ass behind closed doors. So
They don't
I know
take
that
that.
I know that language. I know that body language. That body language is behind closed doors. Them arguments get real nasty.
Yep.
You're calling him out of his name, and I'm gonna tell you just from experience. I love my fiance, and I'm not gonna say I didn't have a point in the beginning of our relationship. That's probably why we broke up and got back together. That I would say things that were very disrespectful. And he's like, if you really love me and respect me, you would never behave that way. I had to, like Myron said, almost risk losing him and
Right.
fear losing him to think about when I do get mad in those moments. You got to have a better way to reflect.
I'll tell you one
Because
thing
you
though.
don't want to embarrass
Yo,
your
one
second
thing-
half.
one thing
That's how
about
that
this
is.
lady here, the American woman, she was being honest.
She
And
was.
to have that honesty and him not realize what was happening, he fucked up. But again, that honesty that she gave up front is a red flag, 100%.
Yeah.
Sir, you were going to try to say something? Or?
No, I disagree with everything you said.
Okay, what do you disagree with? What do you disagree with
And
specifically?
I'm just
Go ahead.
trying to
What do you
relax,
disagree with specifically?
Everything. I mean,
What part?
you're saying that men deserve to be respected and women
I
have
didn't
to
say that.
obey.
I said women must respect you for the relationship to work. I didn't say men deserve to be respected. Respect
And
is
men
earned.
don't have to respect the women.
No,
That
the
happens.
woman
No.
has to like the man more than he likes her. That's
no,
what I
They
said.
both have to respect each other.
That's not what I was saying. I was saying the woman
But
needs
that's
to
what I
like him. Okay, are you are you going to actually refute my arguments, or
No, I'm
you're
saying
going to make
that
up your own things?
the respect should be
Mutual.
mutual.
But that's
Like it's
That's not what I
talking
said.
about
what he's saying, though.
That's not what I said.
I'm not saying that. I'm just
So
saying
what are
that
you
I
saying?
disagree with the fact that, like the
You're
video that
disagreeing
was
with something that doesn't exist then, because I never said that.
Yeah, we weren't
No,
arguing
no.
respect
What I mean
on
is
the
that
relationship.
the video that we saw, the woman was completely obeying the man, and you guys, I mean, you are agreeing with that, but I don't.
What?
Because I don't agree with the fact that women have to obey the man in order for the relationship to work.
I
They
just don't
both
think
have
women
to
should
respect
embarrass
each
their
other
men in
equally.
public on the
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't feel like
Okay, I
she
see
was
her argument.
embarrassing
No,
him,
she
and I
wasn't.
don't think
That
he was
was
tolerating.
embarrassing.
I feel like
Maybe
from
you
watching
think
that,
I would
the energy,
freak out.
the energy from the both of them, it was clear that like they both have
have, you know, they kiki, they have the way that they communicate. It's clear that it's through humor. He did not seem caught off guard at all. He didn't seem like he was tolerating it. I bet you he looked over and his family's laughing too. It seemed like they both just had the same kind of dry humor.
Yeah.
And I will say, on your wedding day, you know, that is very serious. That's sacred. I can totally see the point of view of like, that's not the time or place. But from watching it, like, that's just funny. Like, they love each other. They're getting married. They're committing.
I think the family was definitely looking in the audience. I told y'all not. Told my son not to marry her.
So wait, her argument.
Banter, and then there's just disrespect.
Yeah,
that was not banter.
disrespect.
That was disrespectful.
That was.
I could
personally
never.
wouldn't want
That's
my
like
man
me
to do
telling
that
you,
to me.
you know what? I'm
would
gonna marry
fight.
you, but fuck providing. I'm gonna do what I feel like.
Imagine being at the altar. Just reverse it. I can't even. I'm planning a wedding right now. I'm at the altar, and we are about to say our vows, and we get to that part, and my husband says,
"Sure, right?
What? Provide?
You laugh at poor.
Till death do his part. Yeah, right. Till broke do you what? What up? I'm gonna be looking like
that ain't no joke.
Why
if
are
he
you
said
doing
it
this right now?
seriously and I felt like it was like,
Don't
being,
even
like,
play with
legit,
me like that.
I'd
While
be
I
like,
got this expensive dress on and spent however X amount of dollars for this, don't play with me right here.
Oh, not to mention, he paid for that whole shit probably.
Yep.
He probably paid for that whole
No,
engagement.
Isn't it the bride's mom?
You don't
Yeah,
know
the bride's
that.
father
Right.
usually
Yeah,
always
you
pays
don't
for
know
the
that.
wedding.
Of your culture.
But that doesn't give the right to do that.
But wait, let's
Yeah.
go back to her. She's
matter.
agreeing with the American woman. So why do you agree
What
that?
I mean is that they both need respect. I mean, the man is not superior to the woman. They should be equal. That's
But-
my opinion.